and free. Robert Ferguson's got the plan you need. With diet-free life, it's the key. No more starving, getting rid of inflammation. Choosing healthy choices, providing you with sound information. Bringing balance to hormones and insulin through food. With DFL, teaching you food choices to see you through. DFL, we're teaching you to eat food right. Teaching you to pair food with each bite. Balancing our body's microbiome, feeling so right. With diet-free life, the health futures lose by.
What's up, everybody? This is Robert Ferguson. Yes, you are here with Diet Free Life, and I am excited and delighted, as always, to share with you information that I know will help you today and for the rest of your life. I am your nutritionist, and I share because I care. And before I dive into this episode, let me just say I want to give a big shout out to a few people that have left us. I've had 2 family members leave, meaning they've passed. Special mention to my Aunt Gwen, who I love dearly. She is the mom of my first cousin, Buddy Lynch, who we lost many years ago, and Dante, who's my first cousin, who I love. And I'm so thankful that I was given the opportunity to recently go back to Las Vegas and spend time with Aunt Gwen. And man, it just reminds you of how short life is. Then I lost a dear friend of mine to diabetes or complications of diabetes. And I'm really sad about that. And then I wake up and we lost another friend. Well, it's more of an acquaintance. She's 46 years old. Massive heart attack out of nowhere. He was 50 years old. Complications of type 2 diabetes. Now, my Aunt Gwen, it was nothing sudden. She literally lived well over a year longer than they thought. And I'm talking hospice. And I believe and give credit to the fact that she was very mindful when it came to nutrition. So big shout out to my auntie, to my family and all her friends and all the people who knew her. My heart goes out. Now, with all of that being said, let me share with you guys that we do have some updates with the 8-week fat loss challenge. I'm in the challenge. We are coming up on the 4-week mark. And you know what? When you do the challenge and you're in it and you're actually doing it, man, it is a great feeling. Now, if you guys want to learn more about our 8-week fat loss challenge, you can start it anytime. I always recommend start it on a Monday. So get registered and get started. But we'll be hitting day 28 this coming Sunday. That's the halfway mark. And I've been talking to a lot of people and they're telling me how good they're feeling. I'm watching people waistlines get smaller. I'm watching people drop body fat. I'm watching people not feel bloated. I'm watching people just reverse the clock. Now, some of you could have done it. You still can, and we would love to have you. Okay? So that's my update with the 8-week fat loss challenge. You can learn more. You can go to dietfreelife.com or just reach out, email me, and I will get back to you. Man, you know what? There's a lot of things that I want to share with you guys. There's so many positive things. Even though it's been a week, 7-10 days of loss, there's been some major gains of gain. I'm going to pull back because there's so many things I want to share. And it probably wouldn't be a good episode because it's a lot. So there's a lot of really good updates. Okay. So I'm going to shift my focus and talk to you guys about gut health. Now, if you've known me for a long time, you know I'm all about the gut microbiome. In 2010, I got this pulled into it. So now 15 years I've been in it, and I've been lucky. I've had the privilege and opportunity to spend quality time with someone who I consider a guru, and that is Dr. Sabine Hazan. I consider her a friend, and she has taught me a lot and really steered me in the right direction. And then I came across this company, and they told me what they were going to do. They told me like what they want to do. They showed me what they were doing, and it all lined up with me. And I was like, So I dived in, right? One, they have a product that I endorse to the highest called Balance Oil. Balance oil that's mixed with the combination of polyphenols, which is a prebiotic. We're going to talk about that. And omega-3s, which is a prebiotic. We're going to talk about that. And a few other very helpful ingredients that have made it, in my opinion, the number one supplement in the world that everyone needs. Like if you were watching me and I shared with you about Balance Oil, and I was telling a client today about this, and after I shared everything with you about it and you chose not to get it, I either am a horrible teacher, which I don't believe that's the case, or you're not the brightest, smartest cookie in the world. And I'm not saying that to be mean. It's because when you look at where we are today with how the food is grown, how it's manufactured, what we're consuming, once you understand all of that, then you can see the value in why I say it's the number one supplement in the world. If you're on Herbalife or Modere or some of these other companies, that's great. But you would still want this product. If you didn't, you can't be real when it comes to health. It's like I was on a Zoom presentation not too long ago. Very interesting. I think you guys will find this interesting. And on the Zoom, I was asked to come and speak at this event. And one of the partners of this event said she was a nutritionist. And when we were talking, I said, hey, do you guys mind if I talk about the importance of omega-6 to omega-3 ratios and tie it into heart health and blood clots and stroke and all those things, right? And they said, yeah, what is there a product? I said, yeah, it's called Balance Oil. And the nutritionist goes, oh, I think I heard about that. I think I tried that. I was like, you tried it? She goes, oh, you know how it is, Robert. I'm taking like 50 supplements. I can't keep taking everything. And I go, so you're telling me that you're taking 50 supplements, but you're not taking Balance Oil? Well, 50 supplements, I can't keep taking everything. Now, I'm not a rude person, but I am a very real person. And I'm going to keep it real. That's why when I'm on panels, you got to be careful. And I've been on a lot of top level panels. I'm going to call you out. So in that Zoom call, I said, you're not a nutritionist. I said, you can't be a nutritionist, not a legit nutritionist, and be introduced to what I believe is the number one supplement that everybody, kids and adults need. And you're taking 50 other things and not that. You're lying. So long story short, she's not a nutritionist. You couldn't be. So anyway, that gets me excited. But what we're talking about today is a product that this company does have. And I'm going to show you this product because I've been taking it for about 10 months now. And being a guy that's all about gut health, I do know the value of vitamin C with gut health. I know the value of vitamin D3 with gut health. I know the value of zinc with gut health. Thank you, Dr. Sabine Hazan. I also know the value, as I mentioned, of omega-3s and polyphenols because they're prebiotics. And I know what a prebiotic is. So my first question is, if you want to stick around for this episode, here's what I'm going to teach you and walk you through and explain, and we can talk about and I can answer questions. There are prebiotics. And if someone asks you, hey, what's a prebiotic? Do you have the answer? There's probiotics. And if someone asks you, hey, what's a probiotic? Do you have the answer? There's postbiotics. Now there's symbiotics and there's other things we could talk about, but the postbiotics, could you answer that? And do you know exactly what that is? Well, in each one of those questions, I'm going to provide you with a very simple answer that will make everything make sense. And maybe some other things will come up along the way. And I've also provided some links where you can contact me and you can actually get the product that I'm going to talk about. Okay. Now, this isn't an infomercial, and I've done infomercials at the highest level. But this is called Xenobiotic. And so I've been taking it for 10 months every day with my balance oil. And it's part of my ritual. And my youngest daughter, I just bought her some of this Xenobiotic because she's really focused on her nutrition right now. Like, really like dialed in to the point that, like, when some of you see her, because she's already very fit, very lean. She's a national champion when it comes to cheer competition. She's a gymnast. Now she's a cheerleader, varsity cheerleader as a freshman, and now she's on the track team. Her first year on track. I'm so excited. But this little girl went from 100 and almost 40 pounds to 105 pounds, where people are like, "Hey, are you eating enough? Is everything okay?" She can take her leg and just go straight up without touching with her hands. She can run stadiums all day, multiple times, knock out push-ups like crazy. She's not malnourished. She's strong, but she got dialed in. She has like the warrior mindset. Like, we talk about 5 different mindsets, and everyone can become a warrior and get that mindset. Like, we're in our 8-week fat loss challenge, we talk about it, right? So you have 5 levels. Number 5 is the high level. That's the warrior mindset. When you're in the warrior mindset, you are locked in. And as a coach, my goal is to get you in the warrior mindset. That's why some of you have put off getting a coach or don't have a coach, and you keep going back to your old ways. And you know that you feel horrible and you're not doing anything about it because you're beating yourself up. Be a warrior is being humble and say, "Hey, Robert," or whoever your coach is, "I'm ready to get back dialed in." Some of you are just, "I don't understand it." And we get to see it all the time. RIP is like, it's becoming almost the norm. People go to bed at night, blood clot, heart attack, dead. And we know that they could have done something about that. It is so sad. It's mind-blowing to me. But some people's ego will just get in the way. They will not. I have family members who are just hurting with their health. And for 30 years, this is all I've done, right? 9 out of 10 people who are type 2 diabetic, we get them where they're not a diabetic. 8 out of 10 people, if they're taking blood pressure medication, when I coach them, they're no longer on blood pressure medication. There's no excuse for it. So, but people get in their own way for whatever reason. But it does take a warrior mindset. And so when I watch my daughter tap into that, it's like, wow. I didn't do it she did it. And now she's running with it. So I'm getting her on this. And why? Because this comes with 8 prebiotics. First question, there's 3 of them. What is a prebiotic? A prebiotic is basically dietary fiber, right? So if I eat a banana, it has fiber in it. I eat an apple, it has fiber, like pectin, banana inulin, right? And these prebiotics are known to do many things. And usually with prebiotics, you're getting antioxidants and polyphenols. And so not everybody eats a lot of vegetables and fruit. So they would definitely want to stick around and listen to what I'm talking about. And many of you you're bloated, your digestion's off, food don't go well. And if you're taking Pepto-Bismol and taking all these other things, and you got to get your gut back in balance. So when the gut is out of balance, it's called dysbiosis. When the gut is out of balance, it's called dysbiosis. Now, I have one friend that occasionally he pops in and he's watching me when I do these lives. He's had C. diff 3 times. Number one, if you don't know what C. diff is, look it up. Number 2, I'm surprised he's alive, because you don't meet many people that get C. diff 3 times and they're still alive. Most of the time, people get C. diff, they don't make it. And the ones who do make it, if they don't change the way they eat, they'll get C. diff again because you're more likely to get it again. And then they don't make it. That means they die. Because he doesn't want to change the way he eats. And he doesn't want to learn about nutrition. I'm his friend, but he doesn't call me. He doesn't ask me. And that's why he keeps going back into the hospital. I'm just keeping it real. So a prebiotic, when you eat fruits and vegetables, you're going to get some prebiotics. Now, prebiotics, in my opinion, are better than probiotics. Probiotics is live bacteria. Now, you can get it through food that you eat, but you already have it in your gut, your intestinal tract. You have live bacteria. You have some positive bacteria, some negative bacteria, if we want to call it that, but they work well together. You have parasites in your body. You got E. coli in your body right now. But it's the balance that makes it work. So when you're out of balance, then disease shows up. Right? So when people go, oh, I don't want to get a cold. Oh, I hope I don't get the flu this year. Oh, well, that's your immune system. Guess what makes up 70% of your immune system? Your gut microbiome, the bacteria in your gut. That is your immune system. Why are all these people taking antidepressants? Serotonin. You ever heard of serotonin? Feel good, think good, everything is good. I'm motivated. I want to live life. I got desire. Woohoo! Well, over 90% of serotonin is produced in your gut microbiome. Dopamine, desire. Like when you look at certain food and you have a desire for it, or you think about like certain things, or maybe you're in love with your man or your wife or whoever, and you have that desire. Dopamine, 50% of it is produced in your gut. Did you know that when people get on those GLP-1 drugs, they're starting to see significant increase in suicidal thoughts? Because you're messing with the gut. GLP-1s are called incretins. They're peptides and hormones. They're one and the same. They're incretin because they're produced in the gut. So when you start playing with the gut, you start messing with a lot of things. Oh, interesting. I can't believe I almost forgot about this. Hippocrates, the father of modern day medicine. Hippocrates, the guy where we take the Hippocratic oath, like all the doctors raise a hand, do no harm. Well, he said that all disease begins in the gut. The gut is important. Okay. So knowing that, prebiotics are very important. And most people are not getting enough. We know that according to the CDC. We know that according to NIH. We know that. This is how you can make the difference. And I get plenty of dietary fiber. And I still take it. And again, I've been taking it for 10 months. Now I'm ready to start talking about it. And I really like it. It's a good product. They were smart. They got some good doctors. Their team is amazing. I'm impressed. I'm very happy that I got with this company and that I'm a part of this company, because this makes sense. When I've looked at studies and been a part of some clinical trials, when you go buy a probiotic, you know how you go buy live bacteria, probiotic. They tell you to do that when you've been taking a whole bunch of, pills or, kind of disrupting your gut. And they say, yeah, get some probiotics. And you go to Walmart or you go to GNC or you go online or you like buy a probiotic, or you go buy some yogurt probiotic. Probiotics do more damage than they do good. That's not my opinion. I watched Dr. Sabine Hassan do a study on it, randomized placebo-controlled trial. I've watched Stanford do these multiple studies. Probiotics is not like a lot of you guys are taking probiotics every day right now, and you're wasting your time and you're wasting your money. Prebiotic is what you want. All the studies demonstrate how prebiotics help. And if you want to eat something that's going to help you, instead of taking a probiotic, eat fermented food like miso soup, kimchi, cottage cheese. There's a lot of foods that you could be eating that are fermented. Age-old cheese, which I love, fermented. There's certain pickles you can buy that are fermented. I buy kimchi every week because I like it. I've been to Korea. I love Korea. I like the culture. Kimchi is like a staple. I love it. And I don't eat a lot of it. I don't eat like bowls of kimchi. I just take like, a few forks, throw it on whatever else I'm eating, put it in the corner on the plate, eat it. And that's plenty. Sauerkraut. Get the right sauerkraut. That's fermented. So taking a probiotic does more damage, and I could go into great detail. If somebody had a question, you caught me live, I'll tell you all about this one study that blew my mind. Proved that people who go buy over-the-counter probiotics are wasting their money and wasting their time. So live bacteria is a probiotic. The prebiotic that you take, that you can get through food, or you can get through a product like this, fuels your live bacteria. And as a result of that, postbiotics are created, short chain fatty acids that help to seal the gut and put you in a position where you're less likely to feel like inflammation, reduces the likelihood of things like fibromyalgia and all the autoimmune diseases that people are experiencing. They're not getting enough short chain fatty acids. And I've done seminars where I take people into like the gut where you can see the mucus layer and you can see how the bacteria starts to eat itself when you don't have enough short chain fatty acids. So you're not going to have enough short chain fatty acids if you don't get enough prebiotics. Short chain fatty acids are postbiotics. You're not going to get them unless you get enough prebiotics. You could be taking all the probiotics all day, but without the prebiotics, you can't create those babies, the postbiotics. If you want a better gut, don't get upset with the messenger. I'm just here to share with you knowledge. Take everything I'm sharing with you and go to AI, go look it up, go to Google, and you're going to go, oh, he was telling the truth. I've been doing this for 30 years. I'm just sharing with you what can help you. And you don't have to get this product. This is a product that I like. And many times people are always asking me, Robert, what do you eat for breakfast? Robert, what supplements do you take? And the only supplement that I'm very clear about is the balance oil. Because I'm not stupid. I know better. I don't want to go to bed and not wake up. I've had many friends have heart attacks. People find them in their apartments dead. Nah, nope, not me. I'm not going out like that. And I've been mentored by Jack LaLanne, the great Jack LaLanne, Dick Gregory, the great Dick Gregory. I've never had any of these people in my past, people that I've been mentored by. I've never had them push back and tell me that I'm missing something, that I'm wrong. And I've done clinical trials, getting ready to do another clinical trial. Like if somebody really wants help, I'm the guy that can actually help them. And if it's not me, I have coaches that teach our methodology. They can, let's say you don't like me, you don't like my personality, which is cool. I have coaches I can connect you with, and we can find someone that matches with your personality so you can be successful. Because we're all about nutrition education. Right? So a lot of people out there just popping supplements, telling people take this, take that. They may even look the part, but that don't mean they are the part. We know that every time we do a balance test. It's mind-blowing. Okay. Well, anyway, be above the rest. You know what I mean? Like, don't be normal. Don't be like the average, everyday person. Because there's a whole bunch of them out there, and it's sickening. It actually makes me sick when I meet people and they just talk, and they don't even know. It's like they know a little bit about nutrition, and I'm like, okay, yes, I've been in it 30 years. That don't mean anything. Somebody could be in it for 1 year and know more than me. I totally get that. But the chances or likelihood of that happening, I would love to meet this brother, whoever it is, or sister. And if they do know more than me, I can't wait to learn from them. Can't wait. help me take things to the next level. Anyway, so I'm going to show you kind of how this works. All right. Any questions for me? Anybody like paying attention? You know, they're live catching me. Okay. So what I do in the morning, okay, every morning, and you don't got to do it like me. I'm sharing with you what I do. I wake up in the morning and I eventually make my way to the kitchen. And the first thing I do is I get a shot of oil. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I can show you guys what that looks like. I do have a video for that. Let me be the one. Okay, let's see if this works. Dun, dun, dun. So this is what I do when I first wake up in the morning, right? I literally go into the kitchen and I get out my balance oil. And when I get out my balance oil, as you can see here, I get a shot glass and I fill the shot glass halfway with water. Then, as you can see in the video, I take the cap off the bottle. And as you can see, I'm pouring water in the shot glass. And I take the cap off the bottle because I'm going to put 2.5 teaspoons of the balance oil in the cap. Now, once you measured it, you don't got to measure it every time. I know that the cap, if I pour in the oil into the cap, right to where it gets to the rim, that's 2.5 teaspoons. And that's what I want. And then I just take the 2.5 teaspoons that I poured into the cap, and then I toss it into the water. And then I just grab my shot glass, boom, in 1 second, I do my shot. That's the first thing that I do in the morning. Now, if you don't know the benefits of omega-3 and polyphenols, you should reach out to me. Because, I mean, everybody benefits from this. It's not like makeup, eyeliner. It's not like collagen where people are just trying to, look younger and get rid of some wrinkles. It's like for everything, your hair, your skin, your joints, your heart, like everything. Okay. And then what I do is I get a glass. We have a glass. And with that glass, I'm going to show you, this is exactly what I do. I pour water, not always from a plastic, I'm not always about these, but I do have them. But I'm cutting back one. I'm about to get rid of these completely. But I get my water and I get my product, Zenzino. And inside of this, Zenzino, there we go. Okay. I'm like, where did it go? It has like this cool little cup or like measuring thing. So I do like a spoonful or serving size. And I take the water and I just go like that. Now, what's interesting about this is back in the day when I was a football player and trying to get big and lifting weights and all that, we would put protein powder and stuff. It would clunk up and it's just, but we did it because we wanted to get big and strong. All I do is I go like this and I just stir. Now, you see how almost a little cloudy it is? As I keep going, and not that long, I'm going to go a little bit longer because I'm doing a video, but it breaks up like extremely well. And by the time you're drinking it, there's no clumps, and it's a winner. And then I drink it. Now, I'm not going to waste this. And there's no taste. It's like water. It's like, is it in there? And I got 8 different prebiotics in this one glass of water. And if you know much about gut health, drinking water before you eat food helps with peristalsis. It gets everything working. Now, sometimes I'll squeeze a little lemon in here because lemon is an antioxidant and it also helps get the body going when I have lemons. If I don't have lemons, and I usually will use half a lemon and squeeze it, then I use the other half of the lemon the next day and squeeze it. So one lemon gives you 2 days. And then sometimes I may even cut it in half, depending on where the budget is, and just use like a quarter of a lemon. And that's enough to also get the benefits of the lemon in the water with the prebiotics. So that's what I do. Now, the only thing that's going to change in my life in the very near future is that they have this collagen. Now, when you hit 50, I don't know, you can look at me. I don't have many wrinkles. I don't dye my hair. I don't have gray. I mean, I don't mind getting gray when it comes. It is what it is. But I don't. Look at my hair. I could grow a really big afro. My hair grows great. And it must be, I got to give maybe some of it is genetics, but there's a testament to like the way I've lived my life as an adult for over 30 years. Like I'm not out there eating fried this and fried that. I do like good food. And when I go back to Indiana, I'm going to eat my mom's fried perch or, these one fish that I really like, crappie. And you can only get it when it's in season, but I'm definitely going to eat some of that. Now, I do know how to use the right oils, but I mean, some of that must play some role because almost everybody I know that's younger than me, that's, 10, 15, sometimes 20 years younger, they look like they're my age and I look more like their age. Maybe it's genetics. I don't know. Maybe I'm delusional. Maybe I just think, but I look in the mirror and I don't see any gray. I don't have many wrinkles. The same wrinkles I have in my forehead today, I had when I was 17. I got video that can prove it. So like the wrinkles it's just not happening. So I am going to be taking this collagen, which is going to be available very soon. So if you want to learn more about that, you can email me. But I'm going to be taking that. So I'm going to have 3 products, which is amazing to me because if you went back and watched videos of me 10, 15 years ago, I'm not really taking any products. Now, they didn't have a balanced oil back then, and they didn't have a test to prove that it works. So, okay, that's obvious. The prebiotic, I love prebiotics, and I wanted to give it a shot. So nothing negative has happened. I don't know if it's like 100% even helping at all. I know it's not hurting, but I also know what's about to happen within the next 6, 7, 8 months. There's a test coming. Pay attention. There's a test coming like no other tests in the world for the gut. And one of the interventions is this. Okay. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Because this is real. The Bible says that my people perish for the lack of knowledge. When it comes to nutrition, I see it every day. People go to church every day, pray every day, have very little knowledge about nutrition and have no idea what's going on with the soil, how the animals are fed, what they're eating, what oils they're using to cook with. They have no clue. That breaks my heart because I know that many people would eat differently if they knew what was really happening. So the good news is that we know that the supplements that I do recommend help fill the nutritional gap that many people are experiencing. Now, some of you are going to pass. That means you're not going to make it as long because you never filled that gap. That's not my opinion. That is Dr. Andrew Wild's opinion, Dr. Robert Lustig's opinion, Dr. Joseph Hiblin's opinion, Dr. Samopoulos' opinion, and many, 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 many others who are highly respected around the world. Not just my opinion. And when it happens, you're not going to see it coming. You're going to go to bed and not wake up. So that's a reminder that, hey, talk to somebody who has got life insurance. Do the things that you can so you can think about the people that you're going to be leaving behind. Because we can't all live forever. I know my day will come, but I'm going to do the best that I can to not only delay that, but to maintain quality of life while I'm on this planet. That's what I'm doing. And I would love to be an inspiration for you and all the people you care about, because it does start with you, right? So when I look at my kids, the way they eat and how they're active and they work out, I have to give credit to their mom, and I give credit to me because they grew up, that's what they've seen. And now that's just part of who they are. Some kids grow up and never see their parents work out. Always see them challenged with their health. And guess what? If that's you, you can turn it around. If your kids watch you, let's say your kid is 28 years old, and out of nowhere, you decide, you know what? I'm going to do something about my weight. I'm going to get healthier. I'm going to be better. You know how much of an inspiration that is? That is a huge inspiration. Now, yeah, I was ahead of it, but if I see someone who's 36, 45, 52, 69, whatever your age is, and your health is not in the best place, your weight is not in the best place, and you take control, I'm totally inspired by that. And trust me, many people around you will be inspired as well. So this is a good time for those of you who are waiting for a moment to get started. Just get started. And if you need help, we're here to help you. All right. All right, you guys, I'm Robert Ferguson. I share because I care. And if any of you are looking for a part-time job, part-time gig, we have a team. And there's some things I can't wait to share, but I'm telling you right now, it's like, let's go back to grade school. And let's say I'm a really good, I don't know, whatever player. And you know that if you get on Robert Ferguson's team, you got a good chance of winning. But maybe you think I wouldn't pick you. Nope, I would pick you because we're still going to win. I would say get on my team. I got some good people. And when I say my team, it's not me team. My encompasses the whole team. Because the people that I am working with, the people that have been working with me, that believe in me, I'm not going to let them down. They're not letting me down. And I'm watching our team just get stronger and stronger. And in 5 years, I mean, it's going to be amazing. We're going to help so many people. And we're going to be a part of this major movement that's taking place. And many of them are going to make some good extra income. Not like they're going to go and buy a house right there in Beverly Hills, but they're going to do well. And an extra $500, hey, extra $500 is real $500. You know, extra $2,000. Hey, who's complaining about that? Extra 5, 10, maybe 15, 20. But more important is how you're helping people. And you're giving them something that if it wasn't for you, they would have never known about it. So for all you people who are sitting on the fence and doing nothing, get off the fence and reach out to me, okay? All right, I'm going to finish this drink. So I doubled up on my fiber. I'm not going to waste it. I'm not going to keep it until tomorrow. And thank you for letting me share. I really appreciate it. Let me get myself set up to say goodbye. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Oh, yeah. And then we have some trips coming up. Arizona's on the list. I'm going to Chicago. I just found out. I'm going to Myrtle Beach. I just found out. I'm going to Indiana, my home state. I just found out. I'm going to Maryland. I just found out. We're looking at Darlington, Wisconsin for a retreat. If you want to come to a retreat, that'll be fun. The dates will be published here very soon. I got Houston. Got to get there. I got a whole office in Houston and haven't even been, which is absolutely ridiculous. So I'll be in Houston very soon. I mean, it's happening. Oh, yeah, Dallas. We're going to be in Dallas. Vegas. Oh man, there's a couple that I'm missing. Georgia. And there's one more is somewhere in there. I said Chicago already. I said Indiana already. I'm hoping Michigan. Anyway. And if you live somewhere, Montana, somewhere that I don't have scheduled, but I know it's beautiful and I would love to come visit, reach out to me. Reach out. All right, you guys. Until the next one, I'm Robert Ferguson. Let's get this party started.
In a world of dice, there's a new way to see.
Gotta go. Till the next one.
No more counting calories, just living free. Robert Ferguson's got the plan you need. With diet-free life, it's the key. No more starving, getting rid of inflammation. Choosing healthy choices, providing you with sound information. Bringing balance to hormones and insulin through food. With DFL, teaching you food choices to see you through. DFL.